Welcome back to the 5 O'Clock Sweats podcast, the podcast where we like to talk about the things we like to do when we're off the clock, not working. Tonight, I'm Ryan, joined by birthday boy.
I hate it. Freshly off working Derick. Hello.
All right. And yes, we are celebrating a belated birthday today. Derick just had a birthday a couple days ago.
Nice. All I have to say about that is let's move past it.
His special day.
I hate it
he is
so much.
1 year older.
I hate it so much. I hate being the focus of a thing. It skeeves me out.
Everybody who watches this video needs to comment happy birthday in the comment section for Derick.
Awesome. Do that.
All right. All right. So tonight, a couple weeks ago, Derick and I, we spoke about outdoor activities. We got a little nostalgic and we talked about, some outdoor activities we used to do when we were young and free and
Wild.
not in chronic pain. But yeah, we reminisced a little bit. I might have shed a tear or two, but we're turning the chapter tonight. We did allude to a part 2, and we are going to bring you the part 2 tonight. And I don't think we're going to have as much to say because, we're old and decrepit, but we're going to talk about some outdoor activities we do now as adults, as, early 30s working adults. Yeah, this is going to be, I think this will be fun. It won't be super depressing, but
it'll be illuminating, I'm sure.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is obviously we don't have the same amount of time in our days to go outside and enjoy ourselves like we used to, where we literally had nothing besides maybe school. But yeah, real life kind of is getting in the way between us and enjoying Mother Nature. Unless you want to count you work remotely. I work hybrid right now. So I get to enjoy nature walking to my car in the morning, getting out of my car, going into the office. Sometimes I go outside and lunch. But I will say I was so happy with when winter was over and daylight savings time decided to come out and greet us with longer days.
That spring forward really fucking changed up a lot of my shit.
Yeah.
For the better.
So right now, I would say the average adult, if they're working during the week, they have some time after work to enjoy the outdoors, and then the weekends, obviously. If you're working a traditional job, if not, then your schedule's your schedule. But yeah, I mean, I know personally, I love being outside. Always loved being outside when I was younger, and I still do. Although, I also have a lot of things I like to do inside. But it does feel nice to get outside in the sun once in a while. And as an adult, as an early 30s-something adult, I do have some things that specifically I do outside. And a couple of them, you're not going to be surprised by a couple of them. And then there's one thing actually that just happened last week, and I got roped into it. Now I'm doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you did tell me that a little bit before we started the record.
I did.
And I feel like you may have hinted at something just in the last couple of months. So I am curious to see what that's going to be, but we'll save it for when we get there.
So I'm going to get the obvious. Well, I don't know how obvious it is, but pickleball. I play a lot of
guys
pickleball.
Nuts for it.
Yeah, I'm a pickleball addict. I've talked about it before. I was basically stuck inside playing pickleball indoors for the entirety of winter. It was a very cold winter. I was not fucking with outdoor pickleball in 30 and under degrees. So I have been playing some outdoor pickleball. It was nice. A couple weeks ago, I had gotten outside and played pickleball at a park, actually in one of your old hometowns, not the most recent one, but the one before that. And it was the first time playing outside since late November, early December. It was really weird, but it was awesome. the wind is a factor when you're playing outside. Not, you get used to the indoor, like none of the elements affecting, your play. Even the sun, that's a thing that's in the sky. And a lot of the times the ball will get hit in the air and right into the sun and you can't see it.
Into the sun.
That's what it looks like, basically. It's like,
how strong are you?
It's like I'm getting solar flared by the opposing team. But it is just nice to play outside, and the park got full, like it was jam packed, and it was just it made me very, very happy. And since then, I've played outside a couple times. I did visit my family like 2 weeks ago, and I did play around outside down in New Jersey as well. But anyway, it's nice to have the option to play pickleball outside.
No, I know you had the Pickle Pals was at least the name of your group chat at some point.
Yeah,
do you typically try to find the same people to play with, or is it mostly pickup that you're doing now?
So mostly pickup. I do have friends that we'll get together and we'll play if our schedules align. But this particular place that I usually played outside, there's a ton of people usually, so I don't have a problem going and just like finding people to play with. And they do like a paddle up rotation thing where they have a rack and you put your paddle in, and then you go down the line as games end, you rotate in.
I'm so glad you explained it.
Very efficient. Yeah.
And I wouldn't have to be like, what the fuck is that?
A rack? I know what a rack is, but for pickleball. So there's an efficient system implemented already, and it makes
quarters on the side of a pinball machine.
Exactly. So that's nice. I mean, it is also cool to, I will occasionally, like if we have 4 of us, we'll just go to a place that's a little more abandoned, not really abandoned, not as busy, where we can just play like against each other and not have to worry about we're going to some abandoned field or something. We're just like we're building a net with sticks and like leaves.
Everybody make sure you're up on your tetanus shots.
And
but your drop shots.
Yeah. Oh, look at you spitting some pickleball jargon out there.
Just paddle sport.
A little birdie told me that you are looking into possibly getting into the sensation of pickleball.
That's a way to put it. Of all of the ways you could have put that, that's definitely one of them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, my aunt, for as long as I can remember, well, actually probably all of my aunts for as long as I can remember have been super, super into tennis. And I just kind of osmosed that through the years. And especially now that my parents are getting a little bit older, now that they have more free time, now that they're retired, there is I forget how many courts are there, but there are tennis courts basically a block and a half away from my parents' house. Mm-hmm. And every time I go to my parents' house, okay, maybe not every time. I didn't know how to construct that sentence. But sometimes there are people playing tennis there. Sometimes there are people not playing tennis there. I don't really know what the rules are there. There's just like a sign next to the gate that says things you can and can't do. But it's probably 6 years out of date.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's rough. But I think that my dad especially would appreciate a non-tennis level of effort being put into paddle sports near him. Mm-hmm. So it may be on the horizon.
Well, good. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. I really hope you get into it. And I would love to, I've been saying I want to get you into it, so I got to just do it. But when I come down again, I will, if we get lucky with the weather, I definitely would love to take you guys out to play at there's a course I play, or not course, there's some courts I play at in one of the towns adjacent to you, and it's really nice there, so we can go there hopefully during certain time. I know like certain times where people aren't going to be there in mass, so it'll be more approachable, but yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm trying to get my dad back into it too. but that's always a work in progress.
How much has he played?
Not that much. He hasn't played in a while. I think the last time he played with me was probably like last summer. My dad's very competitive, and he doesn't like not being good at something. And he just doesn't like, he just doesn't want to make a fool of himself, basically. But I think like if he got it, like if he like really committed to it, he could be really good. Like he just has like raw athletic ability.
Yeah.
And he, especially for his age, like 66, yeah, 66, and he gets around pretty well. And he's, he goes to the gym a lot. He lifts a lot of weights, so he's in good shape for a guy his age. So yeah, he would be great. And my dad's single, and there's a lot of women that play pickleball that are of his age. And yeah, anyway, Dad, if you're watching this, play fucking pickleball, please. I've been trying my best to get you into it. Just fucking do it.
Well, he is my neighbor now, so maybe me and him could get out there. Two single guys you could be each other's wingmen. Yeah, that's like a 21 Jump Street-esque movie. Me and your dad playing pickleball at local courts, looking for other pairs of single women.
You got one woman that's our age, and then her partner is my dad's age. It'd be perfect. It's perfect. You can play against each other. You can mix it up, be each other's partners. Yeah, it'd be great. You can play with the older woman. You can hype my dad up, and then vice versa. You should be like, yeah, he goes to the gym like 4 days a week.
I mean, look at his muscles. You don't get those through not doing that.
Yeah. I mean, he used to have really long hair, but not anymore. But
it's not where you think.
He's got a very handsome son. Anyway, so pickleball, that is definitely something that I do now, and I'll be doing it outside more with spring in full spring. Does that make sense? I don't know.
I feel like if we were talking pickleball, surely you could have kept full swing in there, huh?
Oh, no, you're right. Edit that out. Full swing, and just put that in place of full spring.
Well, sounds so natural.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to another activity that I like to do outdoors. This one I have to do outdoors. I have no choice. And that is disc golf. Have you ever played disc golf, Derick?
In my head, I'm like, you could do it indoors. You did do it indoors. I did do it indoors. Not anymore, though.
Like a full round? Well, what you were doing wasn't disc. I mean, it's putting, but it's not disc golf. It's not the full game.
Yeah, but some people would say, drive for show, putt for dough. So
that's like going to a batting cage and saying that you're playing baseball. Yeah, disc golf. This is near and dear to our hearts. I got you into it. I gave you the bug a few years ago, and I know it's been a while since we've played.
Yeah.
I did get out and I actually touched the plastic for the first time since I don't even remember. It's probably been, I think we played at the course in Ural and where you used to live. And that was probably the last time that we played.
Yeah. And I don't know if I've told that story. I feel like I have on this podcast, but I mean, okay. This is episode 77 right now. I'm not remembering 76
I'm pretty
episodes.
Sure I don't think you have, actually. I don't think you have. So I think you should tell it.
So, I mean, what's the history with disc golf, right? You got into it
right before COVID.
Yeah, right before COVID. So 2019, 2020, you started playing. I was still living in that previous hometown at the time. I feel like I only got into it after that. Is that correct? When I lived in my most recent apartment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when I first started playing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Actually, yeah, that has to have been what happened because I moved there in August of 2020. So it has to be correct.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, we played together for a while. You taught me everything I know.
Except your forehand.
Yeah, which I don't know, just felt more natural for me to do it that way. Probably because we played a lot of catch with ultimate frisbees just in college, and that just always felt more comfortable to me. So I think when I picked up a disc golf disc, I just kind of reverted back into that. But we played together pretty much all the time, and I mean we both got pretty good compared to where we started.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Especially you. You got better really quickly. I mean, you were
I got all the beginner's luck out of the out of the way.
You're launching your forehand like 400 feet. Like that's quite the weapon to have off the tee.
Yeah, but I don't have a backhand.
It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
It is. But we went to my home course, which is a course that was, I think, 1.1 miles away from my most recent apartment.
So nice.
And this was after I decided I was moving back to New Jersey. And it was the last time we were going to play my home course. So I was feeling a little nostalgic, but definitely itching to get back out there.
Yeah. And we hadn't played for like a month or two. Like it had been a while since we played.
I think in 2024, I think I only played 4 or 5 rounds. I mean, I could check it on UDisc right now.
That's crazy.
But it's bleak, man.
I feel like 23 we like we did like 5 times that. Probably more than that.
Yeah.
Like 10 times that.
You started time sharing with Pickleball.
Yeah.
And getting up to speed there. But it was at the point where I packed up a lot of my stuff for the move already. So I didn't have the shoes that I normally wear. I didn't have anything I normally had except for my bag of discs. And we pull up to the parking lot. I'm there in my Vans and my weird tank top. And I don't like when people are waiting for me.
Oh yeah.
So when there are people behind us playing, I cannot not think about them. So we pulled up to the first tee pad. There's 3 guys there just throwing off the tee pad. They say, you know what? We're actually waiting for other people. You guys can go ahead and tee off. It's fine. So I'm like, okay. So I knew what disc I wanted to throw off of the tee pad. It's the one I always throw off of that tee pad. And no stretching, no warm up.
Just raw dogged it.
Raw dogged the forehand out there. And I remember letting it go. And I remember watching it fly maybe like a quarter of the way before it got between the 2 trees there. And I think all I said was, ooh, on a rope.
It was so nice out of the hand.
Not 2 seconds later, the sound of chains and the sight of my light blue Truth dropping into the basket.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was my first ace on hole 1 of my home course on our last round there.
Yeah. You want to talk about storybook? Like, that's fucking storybook.
It's crazy.
Couldn't even write that in a Hollywood script. No, Hollywood couldn't come up with that script.
I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was supposed to run to the basket to go pick up my disc. That seemed like tradition or customary.
Yeah.
But it was weird because you also had to tee off.
I just couldn't believe it because honestly, like when you were throwing, like I wasn't even like I was still stretching, like I was like barely watching because I was like, oh, he's just going for it, and then all of a sudden, like the disc is just like going. It looks. I was like, oh, that's a nice shot. I didn't have like a great angle, like I was kind of off to the side, so like I couldn't see exactly how straight on it was going to be until it got there, and I was just like in total disbelief, like my mouth was just open. So I couldn't believe what I just witnessed.
We had very similar experiences watching each other's aces then.
Yeah.
because you had aced hole 4 at another course that we went to a lot. And it was another one of those where I didn't watch you on the tee pad, but I did see the disc mid-flight, and I'm like, oh, that's got a chance. And a chance it did have. It went in.
Yeah, but that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I cannot believe that happened on, again, the last time that I would be playing there as my home course. Just kind of off the cuff, rolled in from the parking lot, threw it in.
And how many times did we like fantasize about acing that hole? Like, I remember our first time playing it. I don't know if we said it to each other, but I know I thought it. And I might have said it was like, this would be such a fun hole to ace. It's just right there. It's like kind of uphill. It's like right just sitting there. The back, like you're throwing through like a canopy of trees, sort of, and then just out in the open, this open field is the basket, kind of just like perched on this tiny hill.
Yeah,
and it's just so picturesque. Like it's begging to be aced. It's begging for it, and you did it.
I never throw a shot like that normally. I feel like I always throw that disc, and I always kind of want it to flex to the left and then kind of gently coast right.
Yeah.
Somewhere inside the circle, right? Inside within 20 feet. And this time I don't know what happened. I think I accidentally threw it too high.
I think
just because I was in a little bit of a hurry.
Yeah, you weren't even like thinking really. I think you just fucking ripped it, and it's probably what helped you. Like if you took your time and like stretched or whatever, like you probably don't ace it. Like I think it's the fact that you just like you raw dogged it. I think if you don't raw dog it, you don't get it in.
Jeez. I think that if I throw that exact shot 100 more times, it's not going in again.
I think maybe one of those 100 will go in.
Because even if I missed those chains that one time, that thing is going 30 to 40 feet past the basket. Because again, it is on the top of a little hill. And on the other side of that hill, it drops off to that bench. So that was all the conditions aligned on that one.
It was awesome. And yeah, I know we've come close to acing it before. Like I know I've hit the basket a couple times, or I've hit the cage a couple times, and I know you've hit the cage at least once or twice. But yeah, that was just a picturesque shot. I was so happy for you.
Man, yeah,
we both got our
one,
aces.
Res Park in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
Always have fond memories of you. Still a little bit upset that neither of us had aced hole 15 at Res Park, which is beautiful.
Yeah, that one and 13 too. But
13.
I almost did. 13 is the downhill one. Yeah, that one's also, it looks fun. It's not a fun hole, but it's fun when you throw it. Everything else after that is not fun.
Yeah.
If I could just throw it and like have it come back like a boomerang, that'd be nice. But it's probably going to roll somewhere that's not fun to get.
Yeah, is. I feel like that's all I really have on disc golf. I mean, I did do a putting league indoors. Yeah. That doesn't really fall into the outdoor episode, but that's what I was alluding to when I was saying I did do this indoors.
Well, now that you're in New Jersey, I mean, there are some courses by you that you've played before, but now those are your new home courses. Now, unfortunately, none of them are within 2 miles of you, but you do have some new courses you can somewhat frequent when you're feeling it.
Yeah, maybe it's me that's fated to start up the South Jersey disc golf community.
Yeah,
or southeastern New Jersey.
Hey, I mean, totally. I think you could be a pillar in the disc golf community down there. I think they need a champion, and you could be their champion.
I legitimately think it'd be cool if I could find a place to do an indoor putting league over the winter. I think awesome. that would get some people.
Yeah, you should look it up. I'm sure there's somewhere or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Disc golf. Yeah.
Yes.
So I played 4 holes the other day, and it did feel good to just throw the disc around. Honestly, the shots felt good overall. I'm not able to like truly like unleash it at this place. Like it's more of a it's more of like a putt course, sort of, if you want to call it that. But I did get a couple birdies, which was nice. I had a nice backhand turnover shot on hole 1.
I knew it was going to be hole 1.
Yeah, so that felt good.
It's the only one it could have been.
Yep. Parked hole 2. And
it's impressive. That's
well, hole 2 is a pretty straightforward backhand hyzer, but sometimes I overcook it and it goes past the basket. But this one, I put just enough on it, right over the little trench there to the right, faded right towards the basket. It was beautiful.
Nice. I feel like I always got stopped by like the shitty little trees littered between the tee pad and the basket, which are like the trees that they don't really expect you to hit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when I first started playing there,
find them.
Like earlier in my playing days, I would never give it enough air, I guess, or I would throw it too straight, and it would always just kind of hyzer out too early and hit a tree and do some sort of weird roll. But it's nice I don't have to really worry about that anymore, which is nice. But yeah, I'm excited to get back out there and play. I know we have a couple friends up here that play, and I haven't played with them in a while, so I'm going to try to hit them up and see when they're available. And the girlfriend, she does want to get out there and play as well because she loves just walking around outside and like hiking and whatnot. So she also indulges in the enhancement products. So it's a nice combo to do a little bit of both while slinging the discs around. So I'm excited to go out and play again. It's been so long. It'll be a nice change of pace from pickleball, like the intensity of pickleball, and then just like kind of the more relaxing vibe of disc golf. And I say that now until I get fucking pissed off on the course because I missed a couple of putts.
It's inevitable, man.
It is. All right, so I'm gonna get into the one surprise.
Yeah, what you got?
So I have a friend who actually, I think if you met this person, you guys would be really good friends. But anyway, he was begging my girlfriend and I to join this league with him. And the league is volleyball.
Interesting. I thought it was going to be that dodgeball league we were talking about a little bit ago.
Not dodgeball. This is volleyball.
Interesting.
He is a big volleyball person. Not even know if he's any good or not, but he played a league a couple years ago and loved it. So I'm playing, and we just signed up last couple days ago, and our first match is next week. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect. I haven't played volleyball since high school gym class. Everything I know from volleyball stems from Haikyuu. So
I knew it, man. I was just waiting for you to bring up Hinata.
I'm gonna invoke my best Hinata impression. I can't jump nearly as high as him. I can't jump at all. So I'm just gonna rely on my quickness and my hand-eye coordination to return the ball as well as I can. And yeah, I have very low expectations for myself in this league. I think it'll be fun because we have just a bunch of our friends that are doing a team. I think we have 6 of us. And then, so I don't know, we might have to get 2 randoms to play with us, but I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Hell yeah. Dude, if I had not moved away, I definitely would have been one of those 2 slots for
I know.
you.
I thought of you. I was like, damn, Derick would have been perfect for this.
Yeah, that is one of the 3 things on my list for this episode. One of them, disc golf. The other one, we've actually not an outdoor activity. It's bowling. Traditionally done indoors in lanes. So yeah, really 2 things on my list, and it's disc golf, and I did a little bit of rec volleyball at work when going to work was still a thing before 2020.
There we go. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm also, I don't know. I have no idea what the competition is going to be like. I don't know if we joined a certain skill level or what. I'm expecting just a bunch of like 6'5" lanky guys just spiking the ball at my face. But who knows? I'll keep you updated on it. It's every Tuesday, I think. So it's in the it's in your old hometown before the most recent one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll keep you updated on my progress there. And we're not there to win; we're there just to have a good time. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I got to learn the rules again. All I know is like you can only hit the ball 3 times, right, on your side before it goes over the net. Again, everything I know is from Haikyuu. And the worst part about volleyball is the ball hitting your skin because it fucking hurts. It's just like every time you hit it, it just is painful. So I'm not looking forward to that, but no pain, no game, I guess.
Yeah. Dude,
I gotta work on my returns.
I want to play volleyball again so bad. It was one of those things where it was a bunch of us just kind of got together after work to play volleyball on campus.
Yeah.
And there was one guy who actually played volleyball.
Oh, no.
And I think all I had going for me was my hops. Like, I could get up there.
I'm saying, you're like kind of tall, though. Like, you have some height. Like, you could definitely like play some defense. You can get the hands up there.
Oh, yeah. I'm 5'10". I used to longboard a lot in college. So after, going to work for a few years, still having that quad strength to get me up there.
Yeah.
But, I could definitely challenge at the net.
And you've got long fingers too. So, you kind of
don't even need to jump.
Yeah, no. You just stick those bad boys out there and they do all the work.
Excuse me.
Ladies. No.
Put these puppies away for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, volleyball. We'll see how it goes. Did not expect that 2 weeks ago, but here we are.
How long does that run for?
Great question. I have the answer somewhere, but I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's
through August.
I would say, no, that sounds long. That sounds really long. I would say probably through like June, and then there's probably playoffs. I would say like 2 months, and then probably playoffs if we make it.
Sick.
The Pickleball League that I'm doing as well, which is at indoors, which is why I didn't say it. But that league is going now, and it goes until about late May, early June, and then there's playoffs. So that started about a month ago. So that's just my thinking, but we'll see. And then the last thing I have here, this is going to sound lame, I guess, but as we've gotten older, I just appreciate a nice walk. Outside, man. There's just there's something about like going like after you're getting done your shift at work, especially like if you're working from home. And we have a nice park that's about 5 minutes from the apartment here. So the girlfriend and I, we've had a tradition. It's not every day, but at least once or twice a week, we're going out to this park and we're just walking. We're just walking the trail. It's a good combination of like trail with like parks and people, but then like there's more of like in the woods sort of like in the woods sort of trail too. So you get a little bit of both. And it's just really relaxing. Like I think when we were younger, like the idea of going on a walk, like I hated that. I was like, I don't want to just walk. Like that's boring. I want to do something. I want to throw a ball, or I want to play tag or something. I don't know. I want to have some sort of like goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a nice walk. You get to just take in the scenery, especially like when it's getting close to sunset. It's very scenic. It's very nice, very pretty. You got nature. You got like the birds and animals like getting ready for dinner, grazing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but don't underestimate a good walk. It's my advice.
Yeah, I think I've alluded to this a lot on the podcast, but because of my specific configuration of anxiety, I've been poorly constituted for the past couple of years. So I've been trying to up that also by walking.
There you go. And
so
where you live, there's a lot of people in your complex.
Yeah. Let's talk about that after the record. So some specifics. But I think right now I'm walking like, almost 3 miles a day.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Really? Is this after work? Or is this like on your lunch?
This is before work and
then pre-walk.
During lunch. Yeah.
That's nice. I actually, that's really good. I would, in a perfect world, I would like to start my day with a walk or some sort of exercise. But, I know it is good. It's good for the mental health to get the sun in your eyes, early in the morning. The earlier, the better. So that is something I'd like to do. I just, I don't like waking up early.
Yeah, that was the last time I felt fully physically fit is pre-COVID, when I used to go to the gym at 6 a.m, the gym at work at my office. So I would wake up, just dress for the gym, bring all my work shit with me, and work out. Okay, well, I can't show the fingers, I guess, but work out, move weights hither and yon, and I shower at work, go get breakfast at the cafeteria, get an omelet, get those proteins.
Oh my God, you're so productive.
Yeah, build that muscle. I'm at my desk by 7 a.m. basically.
Wow,
that was the optimal schedule for me. And then the world changed forever.
Yeah. I think there was like a week or 2 weeks where I was going to the gym at like 5:30 in the morning. It felt good. And then one day I didn't do it, and then it just fell off a cliff. There was no going back after that.
I get that, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome. I should start doing that though, like doing a little, especially when I'm working from home. Like I can just go outside and go out in the yard and just walk around, even if it's for like 5 minutes. Get a travel coffee mug. Sip some coffee. Maybe put some headphones in, listen to some radio or something. Listen to some music.
I feel like if you're just in that yard that you guys have, doesn't even need to be a travel mug, dude. Just get that mug with the mustache on it right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, walking. I do like it. And also, we've been, I've been doing the dog sitting still. And, it's when we have a furry friend here, we do like taking them out on a walk. And I do miss dog walking. Sometimes I just want to get a dog of my own just to take them out on a walk. Just to use them for their legs, basically. You like going outside? Cool. So do I. Let's go outside and walk around for like a half hour. You'll love it. I'll love it. It's good for both of us.
I did look earnestly for a place that allowed pets when I was moving down here, but the time frame and the general availability of places did not match up. So unfortunately, that is not going to come true for me.
That's crazy. They don't allow pets where you're at. I feel like your place would be perfect because
there's so many people that are, air quotes without fingers, grandfathered in to having pets.
That's annoying.
So that's pretty ridiculous. Much everybody that I can see like sitting out on their balconies during these nice days, there's just a nice little pupper with them.
Oh, that's really, that sucks. that's really, I think it's messed up, honestly, that they're not going to let new tenants have dogs or pets in general. Can you get a cat? Can you get a bird? Hamster?
I don't Goldfish? know what the lease says specifically, but
I can't walk a goldfish, but
it's not what I was hoping it would be.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
As we speak, actually, we will be picking up a dog from Philadelphia tonight to have for the weekend. So after this, we'll be going at some point. So very last minute. I did not know about it until earlier today. But yeah, we'll have a dog here for the weekend. It'll be nice. We'll go on some walks.
Do it.
So yeah, that's basically all I do. I mean, if there's anything else that comes up, I'll update everybody. Over the course of the weeks. But that's basically how I spend my time outside right now. Besides maybe I do want to join like a softball league eventually or something. Like I think that's in the cards for future Ryan, but Maybe not until, maybe later this year, but definitely in a future year coming up.
So interesting that you're looking to maybe join a softball league. Something that reminds me of is baseball. Yes, another Derick Does Baseball. I have a ever-growing list of questions that, again, I could probably just look this up, but it's more fun this way.
Derick Does Baseball. So,
okay. Why are the bases run counterclockwise? Like, why?
So this is, what was the other question you had? Why is it you asked why is it a diamond or something? Like, why? Or there was some question that was just like, I didn't have an answer for it.
Why is batting average on a 0 to 1 scale and not a 0 to 100 scale?
Yeah, this is going to fall in that same category. I don't have an answer for you. I just think that they were just it makes more sense because I think this is my guess, most people are right-handed, and when you hit a ball, your inclination, it's easier to go to the right if you're a right-handed batter, as opposed to crossing over the plate and going to third base per se, when you can just easily hit the ball. And when you're swinging the ball, when you're swinging the bat, your momentum is already bringing you that way, so it just makes sense to run that way. That might be the answer, actually. I don't know.
Here's a question I just thought of, because I'm pretty sure that I know an answer to this. So for a right-handed batter, where do you stand?
You stand on the right side of if you're looking at the baseball diamond from behind home plate, you stand on the right side. You stand on the, sorry. Oh man. I'm wrong.
If you're facing the pitcher and you're holding the bat.
I'm wrong. I'm thinking of left-handers. I don't know why. I'm thinking of lefties. Because I'm not a left-handed thrower, but I'm a left-handed hitter. So for me, it's actually more natural to go to first base after my momentum carries me to first base. So
can you see how that how it led from your answer to me being like, oh fuck, am I doing this backwards?
And I just made myself look like a dummy.
Because I do a lot of things backwards.
But it's all good. Maybe it's because you're again, I'll still play off the fact that most people are right-handed. Your eyes, when you're hitting, you're already kind of looking at first base.
Yeah, because your shoulders are open that way.
Yeah, your shoulders are open, so you're looking at the pitcher, you're looking at the ball, and when you swing, you just, I don't know, first base is just more ahead of you, I guess. That's just your body's facing that way already, kind of. So why not run in that direction?
Yeah, it's interesting when you see videos of young children. Trying to play baseball, they hit it and they just run wherever. Yeah, it's it's either first or third, really no rhyme or reason. But people who don't know about baseball, how are they supposed to know where to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, makes sense. But yeah, I love watching T-ball, the kids in T-ball, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just hitting the ball and they just stand there. They the adults have to tell them where to run, and it's absolute chaos.
Oh, I love the kids that do somersaults and rolls and shit on their way to first. That's so cool.
These kids are fucking flexing. These kids are savages. So anyway, my reasoning felt so right, and then until I realized that's left-handed,
it all fell apart around you.
It did, but it's all good. I don't know if there is an answer for that. I think it's just because that's just the way it is. That's just when the game was created, that's just the way it is.
Now, you were saying that the kids doing somersaults and shit were just flexing, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Now, in basketball, I know there's unwritten rules. If you're up by a bazillion and there's 30 seconds left in the game, don't be dunking, don't be stat padding, don't be flashy. It's just kind of a courtesy,
Yeah.
unwritten rule. What kinds of unwritten rules exist in baseball?
So there are a few. I would say one of them, kind of bouncing off the basketball reference there is when you're up by a lot. Like if you're up by like, I would say more than like 7 runs.
Yeah.
7 or more runs. You're not necessarily trying to steal bases. Like if you're on first base, you're not trying to steal and go to second base. That's just kind of running up the score at that point. You're not like, people are still trying to, like, players are still trying to hit the ball. You can't just like not try to hit the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but why would you do that? Like you're trying to, these are your stats you're trying to pad. You're always trying to keep get that batting average up, or maybe even hit a home run. So, but stealing bases, like there's kind of an unwritten rule there where if you're up by a lot of runs, you don't try to steal bases. You just go from base to base and let, as hitters hit the ball and just play the ball as it is. But probably the most infamous unwritten rule is when one of your players gets hit with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unwritten rule that depending who the player is, the other, like that team will retaliate and they will hit a player on the other team that's as, equal level of player.
And you're talking about when that person's actively batting, yeah?
Yeah,
like,
so
like
when the
hit
hitter,
by
when
a
the,
pitch,
when,
not
yeah,
specifically if they're just hit.
No,
like JT was hit earlier in the ankle.
Yeah. So if there's and it has to be like on purpose. Like obviously, like hitters get hit with pitches, all the time, and most of the time it's by accident. But if it's egregious, if they really get hit in the back or like in the head, or these professional pitchers should not be missing by that much.
Mm-hmm.
And if they feel like there's some intent behind it, then the unwritten rule is there's going to be a retaliation, whether in that same game or in the next game. So if the Phillies were to hit like Shohei Ohtani, then the Dodgers are going to probably retaliate and try to hit Bryce Harper. Like that's just depending on the context, but that is probably the most infamous unwritten rule of baseball, is just the hitting of when pitchers hit the batters and the retaliation that comes from that.
Yeah.
There's probably some other ones that I'm not remembering right now, but those two are the ones that come to mind right away.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think we keep it there. I feel like I like saving a lot of these questions to kind of group into similar buckets. So I think that's it. That's it for Derick Does Baseball this week.
All right. That works for me. Awesome. And, to bounce off that, the Phillies are playing really well right now. They're 5-1, I think. So I am always happy to talk baseball, especially when the Phils are doing well.
Yeah. I mean, we're 6 games in right now. We are basically in full swing, full spring. Damn it.
Damn it.
Anyway, you can find us on Instagram. We are at 5 o'clock sweats. We are also on X/Twitter. We are at 5 o'clock sweats over there as well. We are on YouTube in video form and also in audio only form on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Anything else before you go to Philly to pick up a dog?
No, I'm good. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Oh, how am I going to not expose my fingers? Okay, here we go. And, as always, stay sweaty.
Stay sweaty.
Fucking for the bonus, baby.
Ladies.
Oh, no longer going to be the bonus.
Ladies.